Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about the new Guardian changes and why they might be actually a downgrade for this class. So Guardian was in the past used for two things. First of all was support, and second of all was minion build. Most notably, it was played with Dominating Blow because Dominating Blow are strong minions, and Guardian was able to give them a lot of buffs while also having some decent survivability. So I'm not going to go over the Aura side, I'm instead going to go over the minion side. So what he used to give before is Onslaught, which is 10% attacks, 20% attack speed, cast speed, movement speed for your minions as well as yourself, and also 10% more damage. So at very least, you will get 10% more damage, and then depending on how much attack speed, cast speed, and well, only attack and cast speed you have, that give you a certain amount of power. So if you have lower end build, you will get, if you have like 100% attack speed, you will get 20% more damage in total because 10% from onslaught. If I say you have like 100% base attack speed, you add additional 100%, you have 200%, and if you add additional 20%, it's 10% more attack speed. If you combine it with 20% more damage, you had 20% more damage on lower end build. And if you have higher attack speed, you were able to reach around 200. This gave you 15% more damage, this node. On top of that, it gave you and your minions more movement speed, which is clear speed, and also gave you some quality of life in terms of the attack speed, because your dominating blow was able to get minions faster. It also gave you on top of that 20% to all resistances, which in the end is quite a decent buff. Then you have also the other thing, which gave you give your minions 20% attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed, which improved their clear speed and also gave them roughly between 10% and 5% more damage. And also give your minions more area, which is more clear speed, and also the intimidate and unnerve. Me, as a poison-based build, the intimidation and unnerve doesn't do too much. But the attack speed for my minions gave me definitely more damage, and this node just gave my minions more clear speed. The new Ascendancy is aiming to change that. Instead of these buffs, you are going to get 10% damage reduction pretty much, and you are going to get two new minions. We don't know what these two minions will do, but we know that you will no longer keep the buffs. So if you look at my build, this is endgame build. So if you are in more of the early game, you are going to see more improvements in the old Ascendancy. But if you are in the end game, the changes, the nerfs are going to be lesser. So if I took all of these 4 points, I'm going to get 21% almost, well, actually only 20% pretty much more DPS, including poison, and I'm going to get more movement speed, quality of life in terms of the attack speed. I'm going to get some resistances, and I'm going to get some clear speed. And yeah, it's just going to be pretty good. I would rate this Ascendancy at maybe like 30%, between 25 to 30% more damage. And if you are on the lower end, it's like 45% more damage, between 45 to 50. So yeah, this is quite a powerful ascendancy 4 pointer, 4 pointer. So yeah, so in order to new ascendancy to be good, I would need at least 25% more damage or defense, depending, and also yeah, between the 25 to 50% more damage or defense. What we get was 10% more defense and 2 new minions. The 2 new minions are likely to increase your damage, defense, or clear speed, so you are going to get more than just 10%. But I quite highly doubt that we are going to get at least to the 25 and even over to 30, 40, or 50%. So yeah, that is quite bad. When we look at the Bastion of Hope, which was the thing that I used to get before, it used to give me pretty much all the time 10% chance to block attacks and spells. 40% of the time, I had the maximum block chance for attacks, and I was also permanently stun immune. Now I'm going to get permanently 25% chance to block attacks and spells, and I'm no longer stun immune. So I would say this a slight downside. I'm no longer that reliant on the 40% chance to have the buff for the maximum block chance, but I have also more chance to block spells, and buff to block is more reliable. Uh, but I'm losing the stun immunity. So I'm not sure if this will be a problem at all, but it might be potentially. But if you build for more tankiness and some armor, you are probably not going to be stunned that much, if at all. So maybe this is not the problem. The biggest change in Ascendancy that I'm definitely going to change is Time of Need. It used to give 80% reduce effect of curses on you, which allowed you to run maps like you are cursed with temporal chains. Yeah, it allowed you to be almost immune to all the resistance reduction. Uh, it was extremely powerful node. For just one Ascendancy node, you get almost curse immunity and also gave you some regeneration. Now, if you do map where you are permanently cursed with temporal chains, this doesn't help you at all, and it only helps you occasionally against curses. So it's pretty pathetic against curses. It also removes your elemental ailments at regular basis, but usually if you have problem with elemental ailments, you have Flask for it, which removes your uh, freezes, or you have Pantheon, which makes you freeze immune, or you have Pantheon, which reduces effect of shocks, and you can reduce effect of shocks even more. And you pretty much don't care at all for ignites because you can just counter it with Play Flask. And all of the other classes like Scorch and Chill, Scorch and Brittle and Sept, which are from the Eldritch Altars, can be very easily reapplied to you. So having the removal every 4 seconds is very unreliable for both classes and elemental ailments, and it's not really needed because it's that much unreliable. The thing that is better is the regeneration of life. So now, if you have problem to get your life back, you can just hide somewhere and wait few seconds, and you will instantly get your life back. But that is now the only reason why you would pick the Ascendancy. If you are like dominating blow and have trouble getting health, you can pick Time of Need, and this will solve that. But in my build, I don't need that. I have this. I have Jewel, which takes care of it. Dissolution of Flesh, and it instantly gets me all life back uh, every 2 seconds. If you use it in combination with Petrified Blood, you would also need probably Eternal Youth, but I don't need Time of Need at all. So yeah, that is scrap Ascendancy. Like you don't need it anymore. It's bad now. But what you could potentially utilize is Harmony of Purpose. It used to work before with charges, which were not really that much important, but now it works. Well, it actually didn't work on minions. That was the main problem. It only worked on party members, which minions are not. But oops, where is it? Here. Now it works with links, which can now target. Well, it could target them before, but it can target your minions, and it gives the allies between you and Link target lucky elemental damage, which is kind of bad because a lot of dominating blow based builds were either physical or chaos based, like dominating blow and maybe skeletons, but most notably dominating blow and holy relic. And this only works with elemental damage, so like specters and lightning minions, which you have only 3 absolution, I think. So it works on that, but it doesn't work on a lot of other minions. The other thing is that allies between you and link targets have +5 to maximum resistances, which is quite noticeable. But if it doesn't work on you, it's bad. So I'm not sure if it works. If it works on you, this would be the go-to ascendancy instead of time of need. But if it doesn't work on you and only works unreliable unreliably on the allies. This is pretty bad. And enemies between you and link targets cannot apply element to elements. Now, this is the same as time of need. It is so unreliable that you can just don't think about it at all. So the only thing that this ascendancy does is +5 resistances, and we don't need right now, I mean, we don't know right now if it actually works on you and the link target. You can easily link yourself to animate Guardian, and he doesn't die pretty much at all if you build him right and you build into minion defense. And if it works on you and him, it will be great. He will die less and you will die less. But if it doesn't work, this ascendancy is useless. Um, so yeah, uh, overall, I am scared of these changes. I think that people are going to get uh, too little power for how much they are going to lose in the Unwavering Crusade and Radiant Crusade. The Time of Need is now useless. Uh, the Bastion of Hope is now more reliable. What I would say is that it gives less power, even though that is more reliable. It gives overall less power, but it's debatable, depending on if you need the stun immunity. And the Harmony of Purpose might be decent, but it also might not work at all and be useless. So yeah, these are my thoughts. So thanks for watching. See you next time.